It's funny how we've been conditioned in life. Money has just suddenly become one of these like taboo topics where people say money is the root of all evil, money doesn't grow on trees, money isn't important. And I always like to say, to challenge those people to really think about how money is not important, I mean, the food that you eat, is that not from money? The house that you live in, is that not for money? The food that you need to provide for your kids, is that not from money? So without money, I mean, how is life even possible these days? But why not be able to actually live both, where two worlds can coincide together, where we can have the money, the wealth, the abundance, the experiences, and the spiritual. Maybe then we will witness the fullest experience of life. So now we have morning yoga with the wealth yogis. New program today is how many days has it been? 7 days?
8 days.
8 days now. So waking up early in the morning, and they've been like working all the way through the day. So it's been like crazy hours. We'll see how this goes.
It has been very challenging, and I absolutely embrace every moment of it. Because signing up, I knew basically I want to change, and in order to change, I have to push myself out there. And so going through these 7 days, my gosh, I was put out of my comfort zone, and to be honest, it actually feels real good right now. I have learned a lot about myself and actually found the love inside of me now through this program. So now, to be honest with you, I didn't know the love was there anymore, to live and be happy. Through the years of my business, when I went down south, and I have a set of twins that are 5-year-old, I needed money to support them. And when they were born, I was okay. But then these 5 years, it went down south really fast, and I just couldn't bear to see them grow up to go through what I went through, or there wasn't money to support. And so that's why when I saw this program, I knew I had to jump on it. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, basically. Well, I understand how the society is right now. Everyone's so busy. I'm one of those. I would go to work from morning to nighttime, and basically have no time for family at all. And that, to me, when I look back at how these years has been, it didn't help me in any way. 5 years ago and 1 year ago, it's all the same thing. And how many more years do I have to go chasing an empty dream? My kids are 5 already. And I remember when they were born, I was telling myself that I'm gonna give them the best life. But I've failed on all that attempt. And so there's no excuse. I mean, it depends on how much you really want it. I love them, and they're here with me. Like I said, the whole family is here, and with the support here, I know I can do it.
So a lot of people are always wondering, why is it that we need to practice yoga if we want to develop our career? And some people are like the spiritual type and say, why do we need to learn about money and wealth when we're into spirituality, because it's a very interesting world we live in. I don't know if you realize this, but you have a lot of spiritual people who are all about connection and everything and connecting to the divine, yet at the same time they're kind of like stuck in this physical life, whether it's relationships, they're having troubles and challenges, whether it's business, or whether it's financial side, they're stressing with bills. So why is it? Is spirituality really about stress? If it was so spiritual, then one should understand the abundance of everything. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you have the people who are like all business, all hustling and working all of the time, and they never even live in the moment. They never understand their purpose. So that's why the combination of both of these is why we created Wealth Yogi or Wealth Yogini, and that's why we do both practices in one day. It's very, very intense. We're going to take you more along the journey. So got a few minutes to literally dive straight into the shower, and then we got training, prep, meeting. Yeah, there's a lot that we've got to do today.
PM.
Through growing up, I always had this confusion about money, because when I was younger, I had definitely some negative money beliefs, because I used to hate money, and I didn't know why. Like in my early teens and late teens, even early 20s, I was spending every money that I would make. I would work in jobs, I would make money, and I would spend money, and I would always be broke and couldn't make ends meet. And then I realized that we had been conditioned somewhere down the line, maybe from upbringing, from society. And for me personally, it was that when I did a timeline therapy, I went back to a time when I was 5 years old, and then I realized that there was my birthday. And when it was my birthday, I asked Mum, I said, "Mummy, where's Dad?" And then Mum would say, "Dad's out there making money." I'm saying, "But it's my birthday." It's like, why is he out there making money? And I was really upset at that time, and I didn't know, for a 5-year-old, it's just I don't want him to make money, I want Dad here, and that was kind of my thought, and that actually went into the brain. I didn't even know, but that was the conditioning that set me for the next 20 years, and I didn't know that was going to happen. But I hated money, and I didn't know why, and even though I made money, I would always spend it. Then it came to a very interesting phase of my life where I started to realize money was very important, especially when I moved out of home. I moved out of home when I was very young. And when I moved out, I was kind of obviously stressing to pay the bills, because I need to pay rent, I need to buy food, and trying to make ends meet. So I was working extremely hard. I used to fry burgers and chips, and I used to work in burger vans and at fun fairs, I used to work really, really hard at it, and it really showed me the importance of money, because, and this is why I always challenge the spiritual people and the people who say money isn't important, because, what about the food you eat? You don't use money for it, you get free food. What about the house you live in? You get free rent, It's how can money not be important, And I think people mistaken it. It's a very taboo subject now, and then people mistaken it because they think that what we're saying is money is everything. We're not saying money is everything. Right? But I'm saying that, hey, we live in a world where, whether we like it or not, we're playing the money game. So why don't we learn how to play the money game in an effective way? I don't think money is good or money is bad. I think that money is as good as the person is. If you're a positive person, you can make a difference in this world, right? We just got back from Kenya. We do our charity work. We have our foundation out there. If you're a person who likes to do negative things, then you probably do more negative things with money, So I don't think it's any good or bad. But I think that it's important that one is able to be stress-free, peace of mind, right? If you're spiritual, even more so, right? What's worse than saying, hey, I want to meditate, but I need to pay the bills and I need to worry about paying the bills, It doesn't matter how much you meditate, the bills are still going to be there. So if you can manage that physical side of it and not need to worry about money, not need to worry about time, be able to handle that part, and at the same time be able to learn how to live in the moment, right? Practice kindness, spread the message of consciousness and love to the world. I think that's the most spiritual, abundant place you could possibly be, And that's why we created the Wealth Yogi program. So I think if anybody who is interested, who shares this vision, who can resonate with what we're talking about here, then leave your details below. And maybe, just maybe, next time it will be you here with us training. And maybe, just maybe, the future of this whole consciousness depends on all of us coming together as one and saying, hey, let's work together, let's make a difference in this world. Other than that, guys, I just want to say peace and love to all. If you enjoyed this video, if you got anything out of it, or any value, knowledge, anything out of it, inspiration from it, please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Also, comment below, let us know where you guys have tuned in from. That's always nice to know. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's that little bell sign, by the way. Because this year, I'm dedicated to making daily videos to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, namaste. Ciao.